Yo, I have flu, man. I'm sick as hell, but nonetheless, we ain't got time for that, man. What is it that's happening here? What do you think? Okay, let's start from a higher time frame analysis. So yesterday we caught a trade. This was an OTE trade. However you wanna call it, came into this gap which we created last week Thursday. Okay, so we got buys here. This was a very beautiful setup. Okay, you see that we failed to close below this 4-hour gap here. Okay. Actually, I wanna move. I want to do control that. Okay, so we see that in last week we traded this 4-hour gap. Okay, and then yesterday when we opened, we dropped into it. Okay, and then we bought during London into New York. Okay, and then if you are watching this, for me I think this is continuation model. You see, so right now my eyes are bullish. Why am I bullish? Okay, for now, where is the next previous liquidity? Where is the current liquidity? We have previous day high here. Okay, and excuse me for my poor poor audio. I don't have a mic. I didn't know that my PC can actually record. Okay, I just discovered that now yesterday actually. Yeah. So what do we see? We see that yesterday we created a gap here. Okay, this gap was created on Friday. This 4-hour favorable gap. Okay, let's just do this. Okay. This gap was created last week. I mean, yeah, Friday. Okay, so what is this? What am I viewing this as? This is a bearish model. If you can check, we had a change in state in delivery here. Okay, we probably swept highs here on the if you check here, these are previous days highs. We just put this it's going to make my chart a mess. I didn't do this. I want to add this. Wow, I didn't know that it was going to. I robbed it because yesterday it wanted me to subscribe in order to add another indicator. You were seeing my limit. It's 2. So let's check in terms of weekly and time there. I think it's doing the same thing, but I just wanted to show you that we were sweeping some highs here. Okay. Let's do it. Oh, I know how to manipulate it now. So last week we were sweeping highs here. If you can check, this is previous weeks. These are previous weeks highs. Okay, we were actually sweeping that. We also have daily highs here. I'm just going to switch on this and switch on this one. If you can check, these are daily highs. Also, these ones are daily highs. Okay. And I think there also we see there's liquidity resting above this. These are relatively equal highs, 1, 2, 3. So there's liquidity resting high. It's just the previous day highs. This is a daily high. Okay. I'll just say previous day high. Previous day high. And you again, my group. Okay. And then again we have this high here. This is also previous day high. Some are double. You find that it's a previous session high on top of that, it's a previous week's high on top of that, it's a previous session's high. So but I like to use previous day highs because this is what the algorithm likes to hunt. Previous day high. We have liquidity resting above the previous day high. Okay, let's put previous day high here. I'll just remove this thing because I don't like a messy chart. Okay, so previous days fine. So last week we can see that we were running up to clear all these blue lines you see here. These are previous days highs. Okay, and we see that this week when we opened, let me switch. Monday, this is Sunday's open. We dropped into what? Into this gap. Okay, so this is Sunday's sell side liquidity. And actually show you how I call this one. This is Sunday's sell side liquidity. Okay, we see that during London we dropped into this gap. Okay, during Asian London we dropped into this gap, and then we started to change the dynamics direction. As I've shown you, this is a 4-hour gap. When we align the time frames, this is a this is previous low, Sunday's low. We see that after clearing Sunday's low here, you see Monday when we open, we rally up, okay, into this gap, and then we drop into this gap once more, clearing the Sunday low, okay, and then if you can see, these are bearish models. Okay, I'm expecting the market to actually respect bearish models as it's trending down. But check, after we cleared Sunday's low, we start to change. We start to no longer respect these bearish structures. Instead, we start by disrespecting this framing gap. Okay. I will upload the trade of this the video of the trade setup I took on this. My tablet is it's tweaking, it's giving me problem. But right here, this is where I went wrong. Okay, after we have disrespected this gap during London, I saw this as a long opportunity, and then I wanted to add more, but I wanted the market to move before I add. I went away from the chart, but when I came back, it was already moving. Okay, my eyes were here. Where is the next likely target liquidity here? When you are looking at this, the relative equal eyes here. Okay. The relative equal eyes here. This is a high during Asian session, and then we have what? We have Sunday high here. I mean previous week's high here, which was created, and then we see that the market attacked that during New York. Okay, and then during lunch we cleared. So let me just print out the executions. Okay, you see that I went long right here. Okay, and then this is another good opportunity. You see when New York opens, it starts by what? By creating a low here at after 7, and then before we even take off, still me, I'm a fair value gap trader, so and fair value gap plus other blocks, but mostly it's fair value gap. You can see that we manipulate into this other block here, and then this is another long opportunity here. Okay, you see how the market moved. This was actually great for trade. Okay, and then I went out there. I also had some trades on US30, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. But currently, what is the market doing? Okay, I'm just gonna wait. I'm just going to remove everything here, the drawing, and the executions. Now we are going to be predicting or maybe framing setups at the moment. This is a sell model. Okay, this is a 4-hour FVG. Okay, this is a 4-hour FVG. This is a sell model, but what did we do? We disrespected that sell model. So right now I'm expecting this to be utilized as an inversion gap. Okay, to propel price further. What is the next liquidity? There okay, this is previous day's high. Okay, and next liquidity we have previous day's high. So we are currently retesting a 4-hour FVG. Okay, so here or inside this, I would like to see a reversal. Whether we are going to drop until here or what, but I want to see the market forming a reversal somewhere here. I want to see the market utilize this as a support to propel price up. Let's see if maybe the market comes to the 50% level or what. But yeah, my eyes now are here on this gap and also here on this 4-hour gap. So it's an inversion plus a favorite gap there. Okay, you can just do this to distinguish the gaps. Okay, and then let's go to it one frame. What did we just do now? Okay, we see that we took out New York PM session low. So this is previous sessions low. We took it out. Okay. So any buy model which presents itself here, we are going to look for long opportunities there. So let's see if the market finds support in this in this area. So yeah. Okay. Okay. We see what the market does, but I would like to see the market. How do I actually spot these setups? You see, this is a bearish model. If we create a gap now here and then the market closes above it, come on, that is a signature that now price is hinting you that it's disrespecting a bearish model after finding support, okay, on a higher time frame level, and we're likely to go out at the next liquidity. So I'm bullish here. This is SP500. Okay. Nasdaq is showing me the same. Let's go to Nas. What is Nasdaq showing me? Nasdaq, come on. You took out sell side liquidity. Okay. Let's see if this was the previous. Yes, we took out we took out, what's this? This day is low here, so this is previous day's low. Okay. Into what? Come on. Into a 4-hour gap. Usually tap is one. But there was also a found support in here. Okay. You might find out already it was finding support. Sometimes we see the daily highs and daily lows, they can act as strong liquidity and then as support or price. What do I mean by that? Let me show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, support on anything. Come on. See that? This is a daily previous day high. Not necessarily or it's yesterday's high. I just mean or it's an old high. Okay. So we found support on check. We cleared sell side liquidity here, previous day's high, and then we tapped that the 4-hour gap at the same time, finding support on the previous day high. Okay. I also went long here on a 15-minute time frame. This is actually a beautiful setup, but the market is disrespecting, because under normal bearish circumstances, I'm expecting the market to treat this gap, this one, as a breakaway gap. Okay, this 15, which we invest later on. Under very normal bearish circumstances, I want to see this not getting filled. Okay, if we are really bearish. And right now, when we go to it, we retested it by doing what? By disrespecting this one. So this shows me that we are no longer respecting bullish PD arrays. Okay, so I'm like, okay, now we just disrespected a very speedy array after sweeping the liquidity. If you check, wow, I didn't see this, but we tapped that daily high. Sorry, exactly right to the few pips below, and then what? Utilizing this other block as support to propel price up. I went long here. And that should be, so I cut the low of the day right there. Okay. Immediately I saw that now price is rejecting this level. Okay, I went long. Let's see what it shows on 5 minutes. Even on 5 minutes, I want to remove the label. If you check here, market is hinting at something. With this respect, this is a bearish model. Okay, this is a bearish model. We disrespected, and when we were disrespecting it, we started by printing an order block here. And then the market went above. So this is my change in state in delivery here. Okay, this is my change in the state in delivery. Okay, and then the market goes above it and then comes and retests it. What was my hint here? Now we are going that we are bullish. And this is a bearish model. We disrespect a bearish model. If this was true bearish, we were supposed to respect it. But what did the market do? The market closed above this. So now this is an inverse. It's 5 minutes. So now we invest at 5 minutes. Okay, I ended actually during towards London. When the London closed, you can check here. I entered during London, and New York did one. New York came once more. This is an order block again. Okay, this is the sweep liquidity consecutive bearish candle sweeping the liquidity. Which liquidity? This and this logo. So it's an order block. You can also utilize it as support of price. Stop loss here. It's actually more clear on 15 minutes because on 15 minutes you see a very clear FVG. When we were testing that order block again, we never disrespected this 15 minute favorite. The wicks just did the damage, but the the bodies closed inside the candle. And then what happened? Boom, boom, boom. Okay. My eyes were here. This is the most nearest liquidity, also here. And then what was my target? My target was actually a 4-hour gap, and then inside that 4-hour gap I saw the liquidity, and I was like, because this was our most recent FVG which was created. I didn't know if this was gonna be able to hold price or not, but this was actually my target. What do we have inside that target? This is our 4-hour gap, because here we may reject it. So my target was this favorable gap. Now yeah, we may be going to retest that FVG, and then what is resting inside that FVG? We see that this is the low of that FVG. What does it have next to it? It has this liquidity. So if we're going to retest this, we're clearly going to be sweeping the liquidity. Okay? And then the market did sweep that liquidity and then ended up even sweeping the previous week's high. Okay? So this is the previous week's high right here. we cleared it during lunch, and then PM just consolidated. Asian session took out PM session, and now we took out what's this, the PM session low. Okay, so we want to see what London will do. Okay, so yeah, let's just price, my brother. Let's break down price. This is previous days high. Let's see if the market may find support right there. It's previous days high. So right now we're just gonna wait for a buy model to form inside the days or a disrespect. What is a buy model for me actually? A disrespected bearish model can be my buy model. You understand me? A disrespected bearish model, I utilize that as an inverse. So if we disrespect this gap here, I'm going to utilize it as support on price, upper price failure. But now, no sign of any buy model. Asian is about to close in 6 minutes. Okay, and we are using the 90-minute cycles, which I actually learned from Zeus. That is very great. Okay, and it actually makes sense when you break down the when you break down the when you break down the sessions into 90-minute cycles. It fits perfectly. Okay, so for right now we just wanna wait. Remember, everything here is in this discount. There's also a gap here in discount. You may also come here. I think here it's in line with the 4-hour FVG. So we may also be retesting the discount FVG. Okay. Where is my network? Network is not doing the right thing. Yeah, network is gone, but that's. I'm bullish. I'm still bullish. Okay. If you can check here, the Monday high is the same as the previous day's high, so it's 2 in 1. So it's what can be our draw on liquidity right there. Okay. So yeah, let's just wait and see what the market will do. You can also come to the mean, the average of this line represents average of New York session. So the market may come and rebalance this gap created during yesterday's London session. I mean New York session. Okay. And drawn liquidity is our previous day's high, and it's also our is our previous day's high and also our previous session's high. So we can just say plus P. Wait a minute. My PC is yeah, I need a fast PC, but we'll get them in due time. See, this is clean. This is a very clean price. So previous data. This can also be the target on a target. You can actually take partials here. Doesn't mean if this liquidity was swept, I also utilize them as target. You see, there's liquidity resting below this. Sometimes the market can come here and reject this price, same as when it rejected this previous day low. So you can also target that or this, and then if you continue up, you can take partials 1, 2, and then maybe this will be the last target. So we see that uh, currently we are still retesting. Well, we consolidated. You know that model where you create a candle place, a bullish candle would, this would be an open, okay, and then a low, open price is the same as let's say accumulation, like here, and then manipulation, and then go up, and then close down, a daily high, and then this will be our first candle, like this. You see here, you see this thing is the same as here. Wow, it's the same as this daily candle. Let's just put it like this. You see it very well. You close the V there. It's like this. These are our open price, and then this was our low. This is the candle. And we can pull out something like those candles. You see how it's this candle. What is it? I don't know what's it called, but yeah, you see how this is designed. It's a line. This line represents an open, manipulation, low of the day, and then high of the day, and then close, something like that. So even here you see, if today's candle is gonna be bullish, you can expect the same thing to happen, something like this. One taller, one pieces, something like this to form. That's why. So now we are trading below the open price. Let's see if we find support here, and then we can target previous day. And that might not be the case, okay. Maybe the market is coming for the sell side liquidity here, but I don't know. What I do is I don't know. I'm not trying to predict the price. I'm looking at what the market is printing out. The market gives you information. What you do is you utilize that information, make it make sense to you, and then you utilize that information presented to you in terms of a graph to predict or to sort of like tell what price is doing now. Okay, so this is our very depth. Okay, I would buy a mic, okay, to produce videos like this. I just don't have yeah, I think I will refrain from using my I will refrain from using my tablet because it's hard for me to do a video, and people send messages when I'm recording, so sometimes it becomes a mess. So yep, I'm craving some fit goods. Let me go buy some opinion. get myself some quinoa and drink tea and study. So yes, guys, basically that's just what I'm looking for today. Okay, so yep, let's remove this. Remember this blue line is a previous base. It's Wednesday's high. Watch out. Watch out. London session actually ended. What's this? London just began now. Okay. remember, remember. Cleared out what the previous session saw. So we can see the aim of yes session, Asian session was to Asian session already took out London PM session, and now we took out what London New York PM session, and now we're taking what we took out New York PM session. No, took out New York PM session high. Okay, now we took out PM session low. Okay, where is the next liquidity when we are the next liquidity is here. This is Asian high or previous day's high. There's also liquidity below here because right now we are in London. Let us see if London will take Asian low. Okay, and then yeah. Let's see what USH is doing. Oh wait, I think there's going to be some liquidity CP. You see what Asian is doing? See what we took out London low. Oh, we actually took out what's this? Asian high. I mean New York PM low. We have previous date high there plus previous sessions high. These previous sessions. Okay. Let us see now. Let us see now. Let us see what we do now. This may all. Another thing when you wanna okay, let's see from a time frame perspective. We did actually enter this gap here. What is this big gap here? This is our monthly imbalance. I'm going to remove everything here. This is we're in a monthly imbalance. Okay. But this month, last month we had a big rejection. We may use this as support. If it goes above it, expect the market to utilize it as support. What do you see here? Let me show you. What do you see here? What is here, my brother? What is here? Those things. You wanna tell me that the market failed? We built up liquidity before we went down. This is very clean. This is very clean. Previous month, right? We don't have on our save settings here. Okay, let's edit previous month high. Previous month high. Let's see, copy. previous month. These things they all repeat. One is there already. From this time frame you can tell that we are bullish. We were retesting this gap. We retested this gap at the same time we respected this. It may look like we disrespected it because the week went due. This is manipulation, but what the market was doing here was just rebalancing this. At the same time we rebalance this 1 month FVG. One good is, you understand, my brother. We balance the 1 month imbalance. Same here, on track. And now actually this is 3 months. So 3 months. So from a high time frame you can tell that, you can just see that we are very much bullish. Where are we going? We have relative highs here. The past 3 months, this month from a high at what? Check this high, 45,091.30, 45,086. So this high didn't go above this one. Let's go to maybe daily high. Daily time frame, you will see what. This is too clean to be sitting like this. Market does not like, routine does not like to clean it like this. This is an accumulation, so the buy stops. There's what? The stop loss is resting above these highs. If you had sold here, you put your stop loss above here. If you had sold here, where do you put your stop loss above here? So what did we do now? We took out we took out buy side liquidity. I mean sell side liquidity. If you can check, we cleared this liquidity, this liquidity here. Everything here was cleared. What do we do now? Let's go for buy side. Okay. So now we are bonus. Now we are bonus. 4 hour. 4 hour. You are taking 4 hour MVG. We also disrespecting this 4 hour model. Okay. I don't think US30 is gonna come here to rebalance this. This is an inverse, it's in confluence with the FVG. So this may act as what? Breakaway gap. Another thing ICT mentions that this price is balanced here. So it's like we had a sell side imbalance when we go down. Now we have a buy side imbalance. So the way I understand it, I would say negative 1 plus positive 1 is 0, so it's balanced. Okay, the market will eventually come back to rebalance this, but for now I want to see the market continue going up. We may not do that since we have traded into a higher time frame. But if you check, this is at 50% of the monthly gap. We seem to have rejected 50% below twice, but that does not mean this is a bearish model. But if we disrespect this bearish model, I'm bullish, man. I'm bullish. And if you check, we are printing out an order block. Yeah, this is an order block. I don't like it when the market. Actually, I like it when I. It depends on. I don't like to see them. If we are truly bearish, I don't want the market to print an order block before testing the gap. I don't want to see the red candle. I want to see the market creating an imbalance and immediately rebalancing it with a what? With a maybe not create a. I don't want to see a red candle between these two candles. I want to see a wick into here. You see, if this candle had came in here and then rejected, I would know that now we are bearish. But we print out this red candle prior to testing this. So if now we close above this gap, and create another gap while disrespecting this, I'm bullish. I'm using the most recent printed information to 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 frame my setup. We created an order block. If let's say we create a gap here, we create a gap while disrespecting a bearish array. Come on, check the boxes. Align the puzzle. We are disrespecting a bearish array. We print a bullish order block. We create a bullish FVG array, and if you respect that array, like it, we swap the liquidity now here. So we swap New York PM session low. So these are previous sessions low. Okay. Target. We have buy side liquidity resting above there. We also have Asian high there, or previous day high. However you wanna call it, previous session high, previous day high. I would like to put previous day high because the higher time frame, this one is just buy side liquidity. So yeah, guys, that's just it. I don't actually want accumulation, manipulation. This is a buy model. So for more confirmation, you see this is an order block. Again, if we come here and respect this, and we will form a continuation model. Yeah, if we come here and reject this gap, so this is an order block, this is a buy model, we retest the buy model, and then if we print another fatal gap, come on, all this time we were bearish, now we are forming bullish structures. When do those bullish structures form? Those structures, they form after we sweep the buy side liquidity, the sell side liquidity, which is what the previous session's low. Okay, so the previous session's low, you swept it while retesting. Remember this. Remember this. I want to create a clear chat here. Let's see how the market behaves here. So this would be a very nice sniper entry. If we come here and retest this, you can also come retest this. But I don't want to see the market violate these lows. I mean these gaps. I want to see the market. If we are retesting this, I want to see it retesting with a week only. You understand me? With a week only, and then respecting it, I'll go long from there. Okay, and then you can just, to be safe, because we have a 15-minute gap here, you can just move your stop loss to break even, so that if we respect this gap, you get stopped out at break even. So but I think we have to make sure your position. If you want the market physics, I'm signing out. I will come back with a review of what the price is here. Accumulation, AMD accumulation, take out buy side, and then we manipulate to take out sell side. So we take out buyers, we take out buyers, we take out sellers, and then we go up. Wow, that's good. It's like we take everyone out before we move. We kill everyone before we we move. I'm turning out. So peace and love.